Toshiba's AT300 is one of those tablets that doesn't necessarily pack the wow factor, but it does pack decent specs, and it's hoping to tempt you with its sleek design, quad-core processor and ice cream sandwich operating system. With its successor announced as the skinniest tablet in the world at 7.7mm at launch, the AT300 has some pretty skinny shoes to fill. It's not quite as skinny at 8.9mm, and while its design won't have you drooling, it's hardly what you'd call chubby and ugly, replacing the angular edges of the 200 with a more curvy finish. And there's no premium metallic stylings. Instead, the AT300's design is clad in a textured metallic looking plastic, a design favourite among Android tablets. But it doesn't feel like something you'd find in the bargain basement, and it actually feels quite sturdy. And at 590 grams, it's not exactly what you'd call heavy, but you probably won't want to hold it up for too long. Now, screen-wise, you're looking at a 10.1-inch 1280 by 800 pixel Gorilla Glass screen, so the same as the Transformer Prime and pretty standard screen spec for Android tablets. It's decent enough, but colours tend to look a little washed out in sunlight, and pesky reflections can often ruin your movie watching. And when it comes to connectivity, you get a headphone jack, micro HDMI port for big screen viewing, a micro USB port, although it doesn't charge via USB, and a volume rocker. And unlike a lot of tablets, it features a full-sized SD card slot, so getting vids and photos off is easy. And as for the rest of the design, well, there's not a lot going on, but the sloping glass is a nice touch. On the software front, Ice Cream Sandwich runs the show, but with Jelly Bean now officially out, it's not rocking the latest Google operating system. But on the plus side, at least it's not packing the outdated Honeycomb. And Toshiba's opted not to put its own stamp on top of Android, but more importantly, it means there's none of that annoying bloatware that comes preloaded onto your tablet that you'll probably never use. But there is, of course, all the standard Google apps, access to the Play Store, and of course the option to customize the multiple home screens with apps and widgets. Now, I mentioned its quad-core powers earlier, but to be more specific, it's running on a 1.3 GHz NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor, which throws up particularly good performance with 3D graphics. It's powerful for everyday tasks like browsing the web and photo editing, and will prove frustration-free when playing back content on your high-def TV. And overall, usability is smooth, stutter-free, menus and apps open quickly, and it's able to keep up when playing games with power-hungry graphics. A 5-megapixel camera, complete with touch to focus, sticks out at the back. Now, it's unlikely that you're going to use it for serious photography, but don't expect to be blown away. Photos aren't great, images aren't very sharp, they're often blurry and look smoky, and colours can look washed out. But that's pretty much the level of quality you'd expect from an affordable Android tablet. So Toshiba's AT300 serves up a better design and much better processor than its predecessor. It also rocks brilliant battery life, coming in at around 9 hours. At £330, it definitely falls into affordable territory, but there is always Google's Nexus 7, which pretty much packs the same punch for a much lower price, as long as you don't mind a smaller screen. So if you're after all-round value, the Toshiba AT300 might just hit the sweet spot between performance and price. It's good at everything it does, with no major flaws holding it back. And unlike most affordable Android tablets, this one is quad-core.